I have another story coming from Japan. So, what up, Dalia? Listen to this. A husband has gone 20 years. 20 years without speaking to his wife since she upset him, but still lives with her and his children. 20 years. So you live with somebody, you have kids together, but you don't speak with that person for 20 years. So for 2 decades, a man named Oku Katayama maintained silence with his wife, Yumi, despite living together and raising 3 children. Their son, Yoshiki, concerned about their relationship, reached out to Hokkaido Television for intervention. During a televised meeting, Oku broke his silence after 20 years, revealing revealing his jealousy over Yumi's attention to their children as the reason for his prolonged silence. He expressed his gratitude for her passions, saying, "Yumi, you have endured a lot of hardship. I want you to know that I'm grateful for everything." So he was jealous of his own children. He was jealous of his wife not being obsessed about him and being obsessed with her children, which is what motherhood is about. And because she was giving you less attention because she was busy raising your children, you got pissed and didn't talk to her for 20 years. Somebody make it make sense. MJ Wemoto, Dalia MTV, make it make sense. Frankie, make it make sense. Free, make it make sense. Master Electronic, somebody make it make sense. Because, listen, if my wife told me the only thing I care about is raising our daughter, our children, and you take care of everything else, and I might not be here for you as much as before we had kids, but it's for our children, I would be like, thank God I have a good woman. But our brother from Japan here is saying, oh hell no, you're not taking care of me, I'm upset. He makes no sense. He makes 0 sense. But what are we gonna do? That is saving. We're living in a very crazy time. Listen, I have to say that with all the things I'm seeing, we live in special times. We really live in special times where people are just, they're special. They don't make sense with a lot of things. And it's very interesting that we slipped into an area where whenever you try to talk with all of these people in general, not one group in particular, whenever you try to speak to any of these people, just with a little bit of logic, just asking them logical question, they get so angry and they start calling you names straight away. They start being like offended by anything that, and those people, all these people, they kind of say, listen, I want to live my life and just be tolerant. But all of them, I mean, no, the most radical in them, the ones that we hear about all the time, are so intolerant to anybody who disagree with them or think different, or people that just don't want to care. No. So now we have some people that want to be dogs, I guess. And on the other hand, you have people who don't talk. So it's not the same generation. But this guy spent 20 years, 20 years not speaking to his wife. And listen, he's lucky that he was in Japan, because he could not pull that trick in the US or in Africa or in Europe. The wife was out of the conversation long time ago. That's because he's probably in Hokkaido, in some very traditional village or small city, and the wife is like, oh, I can't leave, and so she's just there, taking it like a sacerdoce. But trust me, if I was her, when he would start speaking, I would have probably been remarried long time ago. But I believe there it's not, it's not as this idea of divorcing and getting with another guy. I think the Japanese are not too much into that, especially from that generation. I'm sorry. They are very traditional. So 20 years, bro. 20 years. Frankie saying the problem nowadays, people and politicians are so concerned about being loved by everybody that they would prefer watch people self-destruct instead of hurting their feelings and still save them. Yep. Politicians just want to stay in power. Black is saying both of these are in Japan. Man, he's just licking his lips. Leave Uncle She out of this conversation, bro. What? Joel is saying it doesn't make sense. Looks like a self-confidence issue with other mental problems. I mean, listen, mental problems used to be a problem. Now, it actually, first they changed the name to mental health. And now it's actually, you're a hero. You're heroes. Malcolm Beats, dat is een ver. The husband is petty as yo. He is petty. 20 years. Imagine not talking to your wife. And listen, it's not the not talking to the wife part for me. It's why. It's like, I'm not talking to my wife for 20 years because she's taking care of my kids. It's not because she said something that made me piss me off. No. It's because she's taking care of my kid and she's not looking at me. It's like, listen, what are we going to do about all these people? All right.